Dan McNabb Chevrolet, serving Columbia and the surrounding area since
Bring my mic up if you need me to test for audio.
Check. Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
Are we good or no? You want us to go? Yep. All right. Drake, bring us back.
You ready to go?
Yep.
We are back. This is the Murray County Public Schools Sports Zone. Home cooked by Puckett's Restaurant, powered by CPWS Internet. We've got the Mount Pleasant Tigers right up here on the set, along with my man Landon Sechrist, head coach of the Mount Pleasant Tigers, Kid Hartsville, and two of his players, Mr. on the far end, number 1, Jaden McClure, and number 10, Cale Scott. And Cale is some relation to you.
Yep.
Are you going to – we got this on. We got his mic on.
Hello.
Okay. Why don't we go to that?
He's doing the switcheroo, ladies and gentlemen.
You've known –
Quick audible.
Now, Cale's your quarterback, coach, and you've known him since he's been pretty much on the earth, taking his first breath.
Yeah, I guess I have.
Are you going to claim him or not? You going to tell the folks what relationship, or do you want to keep it as?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to let you do it.
Kale's my nephew on paper.
He said it, Cale. He said it out in public.
I am his nephew.
Okay, all right.
Which
he agrees, coach.
It doesn't make things any easier for him by any means.
Or you. I mean, when it becomes coaching and family, I mean, you've got to kind of put things, keep things professional, right? You try to. Anyway.
Well, I think it probably makes it become less professional.
Until Wendy, your sister, calls and says, what did you say to Cale yesterday at practice? I don't know what.
Snitch.
No, I'm hard on him. I really don't say a lot to him. I don't ever say a lot to the offense. Unless it's a mistake, and then I do. So he takes it pretty well.
Cale, can he get on? Is that about right? Is he pretty quiet until
he does
a decision? You make a bad decision and throwing the pass somewhere you shouldn't, or forcing the pass or something, and he might.
Nah, he doesn't get on me about that one unless it's like a 4th down and I don't throw it and I take a sack.
I got you.
That's definitely one or two times we've had some issues there.
Yeah.
But no, he's done a great job, and it's hard to play for a family member. You
sure
gotta hold them guys to a higher standard, more than everyone else, and as a quarterback too. So, that's
you were coached. Now you were coached by your father growing up.
Yep, he coached me in basketball, and he tried to coach me in golf, and that's why I quit and played football.
There you have it.
So, Coach, on the show last week, we talked about how big of a game East Hickman was, although it's not a region game per se. You went out and you handled business 36-6. Tell me and tell us about Friday night from your perspective, handling business and keeping the main thing the main thing.
Yeah, that you wanted to keep the momentum going. You want to win every game you can, and they had beaten a good Forest team that beat us. In East Hickman, luckily we've played them every year, so we're kind of used to what they do. But people that haven't played them every year, usually get surprised. So I was pretty nervous about it. They're going to hold the ball. They almost force you to play perfect in the first half on offense. We kicked off, we kicked it deep, and they had to go 80 yards, and they got 70 yards and finally got a penalty. And, that's about the only way you can really stop them is just make them go 15, 18 plays and hope they get a penalty and get behind the chains because they don't like to throw the ball. They didn't throw it one time. They ran it 51 times.
That's insane.
So we got the stop, and my man JP over there about to eat some cheese balls. He gets a one-play jet sweep touchdown, and we're back out there on defense.
Yeah.
And kind of the same thing. So you have to get out in front of them. I mean, it's just the way they play.
And so people don't understand East Hickman is literally ground and pound until your team, defensive team, stops them. Yeah. I mean, and that's literally what happened Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, a perfect game if you have to kick off is, get 2 stops and 2 scores, and you're near halftime. And you want to get the last possession, the first half, first them to try to score, and then receive. That's the only way you can get away from them. And we almost did it. I think we was up 14-0. At half. But they're a tough physical team, and they play really smart. They're really well coached, and they play in a phone booth like they take it to a whole nother level. So, they've had a really hard schedule. They played East Robertson and East Nashville, who's 2 of the top 3 teams in 2A right now, right before us. And that probably helped us too. But, it's always a challenging matchup. I think we're 3-2 in 5 years.
So when you play a team like East Hickman and they're holding the ball or they possess the ball for such long periods of time, then that even puts more pressure on you as on your offense. We get the ball back, we got to do something with it. I mean, we've got to make the most of each opportunity playing a team like East Hickman because you just don't get as many possessions.
No, you don't get many possessions, and we're kind of a big play offense as well. Mm-hmm. So, we know we're going to be on the field a lot on defense in general because we're a big play offense. Luckily, I think everyone on defense played one side of the ball. Unlike most 2A teams. So,
right.
But you still don't get much rest. My man Jaden down there had a big night on defense, obviously, helping us do that and get off the field. But, it takes a while to get used to what they do, too. So, getting a stop on the first possession is huge. They usually score the first possession every game just because you can't get used to it. You can't practice for it. It's just tough.
And speaking of the way you scored first on Friday night versus East Hickman, last week I asked JP, who was up here on the show, if he could do it again by scoring on the first play of the game. He scored on the first offensive play. Did he not?
Yep, he did. He got a good lead block from Cade McCrory over there eating cheese balls with JP. On the jet sweep, and Cole Anderson, and he went right around the corner and he scored. That's what he does. So
yeah.
Jaden,
yes,
you played a team like East Hickman, like Coach was talking about down here. That, they're going to run. They're going to come at you. You know what's coming at you.
Yes, sir.
So as far as you guys in your linebacking core, you just got to hit the gaps, shut them down eventually, right?
Yes, sir. Make sure that we're doing our jobs. Yes, sir. Make sure that we're executing everything that we're supposed to be doing.
Well, that's terrific. Kale, we were talking about getting hold of the possessions are few and far between with a team like East Hickman. So you as a quarterback, you're thinking, okay, you sit on the whole first quarter just about, right? I mean, until
yes,
a couple of minutes to go, Coach?
2 minutes. We
2
got the
minutes.
ball back.
2 minutes to
0-0.
go in the first quarter. That's
Yes,
the first
sir.
time you step on the field for.
Yes, sir.
That's a long time to start a football game and not go on the field, especially as a quarterback, as whatever, running back, wide receiver, as a skill position player. You're over there you're keyed up and ready to get on the field.
Yes, sir.
And they're just slowly, methodically marching down until Jaden comes to rescue and stops them on fourth down.
Yep.
And gets you the ball back.
Yes, sir.
And then at that point, what? What are you thinking once you get that point back? Once you get that ball back, get that ball for the first time?
Their D-line's going to be tired.
That's true.
If they're running the ball every time and we're playing small schools, they ain't got very many subs. So offense better take advantage with how many athletes we got.
So you're thinking in that line of thinking, are you thinking that helps you out on both running and passing the ball?
Oh, yeah, for sure, because they don't really throw the ball, so everybody's blocking their tails off every play. And then I don't even think JP played defense last game. I mean, he's coming off of fresh, and his legs are fresh. He don't have to worry about nothing, and we just give him the ball and just let him score.
Yeah, and one of the things that Kale did, after JP's running touchdown, you threw a pass to Peyton Niehaus for your first passing touchdown of the night. We keep talking about it, how magnificent Niehaus is, but you find him early all the time, and he always gets to his spot, and it seems like he gets an early touchdown in every single game. Speak to that.
I'd say just a lot of trust, knowing he's going to be down there. I mean, we work at it every day, and knowing how fast he is and how long normally it's going to take him to get down there. If my line gives me 3 seconds, normally he's down there somewhere. You just got to throw it.
Yeah.
A lot of timing,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
throwing
sir.
the ball and playing with each other.
Yes, sir.
Comes into factor there. Now, Coach, let's talk a little bit about your next opponent. And this is kind of, I mean, it's been real all season, but it's really going to get real.
It's the realest.
It's going to get real Friday night. And I know I can look at Mr. McClure's eyes down there, and Cale is shaking his head, and you're shaking your head, and I think you agree with me. Lewis County this is a big game. And can you tell the people why this is such a big game?
Yeah, it's a rivalry game. It's been a tough game each and every year. Last year we played in the rain in an 8-6 contest, which we
Mud
were
bowl.
well, if it wasn't for the turf, it would have been. We was in a losing battle there. But at the end of the day, we're both undefeated in the region. This is pretty much for the region championship. I'm pretty sure I haven't done the math on everything, but I think we're both going to be 1 or 2 either way. In the region, and both going to host a playoff game. But everybody wants to win a championship. So it's going to be a great atmosphere. At Lewis County, it always is, but. When it's for all the marbles, it just means a little bit more. The kids, both teams play really hard. They've had good seasons. I expect a great turnout and a great effort, on their end, as usual. They're well coached, and, we've been preparing all week, and, we gotta put our best foot forward on Friday night.
What is Lewis County doing well this year that you guys are keying on defensively?
Well, they're very balanced. They are very balanced on offense. However, they do have a tailback in Drew Ray, who's probably going to be a Mr. Football candidate. He runs the ball really well. He's really physical. He's a tough kid. He plays linebacker. There's no secret to anybody going to the game that he is the guy for them. The quarterback does a good job. They got Cade Carroll at tight end, who is a lot like Jaden for us, just a big guy. He can block and run and catch and play outside linebacker. And it's they just play hard. Coach Ronnie does a great job. With their guys, and we're both sitting in a good position, and should be just a great night for Friday Night Lights.
So, I mean, the game is going to be played in Lewis County in the Hole in Wall. You guys are obviously traveling over there. I know you want to get the word out, even though it's going to be a home game for Lewis County. You expect the visitor side to be filled up too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Our fans have showed up, for every game, home or away. They're well aware of where we're headed this Friday, and it's not far down the road. We're just going to head west a little bit. It's going to be curvy and some hills and no phone service to get there. You may feel like you're seasick by the time you get there if you sit on the back of the bus. But they'll be there, and they'll be pulling for us and cheering us on. And the Mount Pleasant faithful always does a great job.
Yeah, and speaking of that, Coach, the crowd plays a big part in putting energy into the team. I want to ask the players here, Cale and Jaden. Coach mentioned last week about you guys' swag and your aura on the field and everything that you do. You jump around all the time, and you have a lot of energy. Speak to that and how important that is in a game like a region championship. Jaden first.
I say it's just more of us like feeding off each other's energy. You know what I'm saying? Especially for last week's game, especially how it was like senior night. And how much emotions was going on. We just wanted to come together and know that we could pull off a good win.
And, Cale, what do you think? You're the quarterback of this team. You kind of got to be a leader. You got to kind of start that swag on offense, but keep it even when you're on the sideline cheering on that defense.
Yeah. I'd say it's important because, like Jaden said, feeding off of each other. But if everybody's hype and we all got the mentality of how we're going to come into the game, we're normally – every home game that we've had hype, and we come out, we ain't really lost the home game close yet. It's just real important to have a lot of energy.
Do you guys know of any buses that are going down? Has anything yet been determined on whether there's going to be any buses? I'll tell you what, you got a chance right now to tell your student body, get out to Lewis County Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Kickoff at 7 o'clock?
Yep.
7 o'clock kickoff? load up and get down there to Lewis County and get out there and start cheering.
Yeah.
Because what's the difference between one? I mean, I know you want to win the championship. Playoff wise, home field advantage. Is there any difference between 1 and 2 really in the region?
I don't think for the first round there's a big difference. You know, East Hickman and Houston County are going to be sitting there, and they're both good teams. So the first round's going to be tough regardless. You know, the second round, you know, you're looking at Huntington, Milan, Peabody, all extremely good
And what
teams.
determines whether you travel? What determines whether you travel or stay or play at home?
You know, both will host the first round. So the biggest difference, to answer your question, is the 1 seed this year, I believe, will host at home every playoff game, regardless what round.
That's huge.
Well,
stakes,
So that's pretty important.
that ups the ante
That's
a
an
lot.
advantage in it.
Yeah, that's big.
And not only that, you know, if you travel in the second round, you're
gotta
going
travel
to Huntington or Milan or Peabody, which is a long ways.
Can you even get to Huntington or
I don't
Milan
know.
from here?
I don't know.
That's
I've
the whole
never had to
question.
go, and I hope I never have
you know,
to.
that's
but-
kind of like trying to get to Huntland. You know, it's hard to get. You know, how do you get to
Exactly,
Huntland?
just
from
the
here?
other direction.
You just start driving and pull over and ask somebody, and they kind of point you down. It's over yonder down there,
Yep.
and you just keep going. So
That's
I mean,
it.
But well, I'll tell you what. Mount Pleasant is you guys been on a heater this year. I mean, you know, and I'm not trying to make you overconfident or anything. I'm not trying to say that, you know, you've got the game won, but you've been playing really well this year, and you know, it's all right out there in front of you, right, Coach? I mean, it's
Yeah, no
it's
doubt.
right, it's right
just,
there.
you know, it takes a team effort, a total commitment from everyone involved, from, you know, the fans, administration, the players, most importantly. They just have fun together. They're brought into each other. You know, we spread the ball around, and nobody really complains. They just kind of do their job, and, you know, they're playing for each other, you know, right now. And, you know, win or lose, you know, I always ask them that. I don't ask anything other than do your best, and the outcome will be the outcome.
Sure.
You know, and that's what they do. You know, so I'm happy for them, but they put in the work to be in this position, you know, so that they know the task at hand and what they have to do. So,
Look, Coach, I want to ask you a question before we let you guys go. Mount Pleasant has won a Player of the Week award since we've been doing Player of the Week. Every week you've got 2 great nominees that are leading as I speak. What do you have to say to your community in Mount Pleasant that gets behind their players and supports and goes out and votes for these guys every single week?
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, but, you know, that's why I took the job. It is a football community. You know, I took this 5 years ago, and I knew that. You know, and that's, you know, the support's there, the passion's there. You know, that everyone's just a big family. You know, our fans tell me, you know, when we do good, and they tell me when I do bad. And, you know, if they don't, you're probably not at a place that cares about football.
As if you didn't know already. I mean, you know.
Well, you know, that's, you know, you're at a place that cares, you know, when that happens, and that don't bother me at all. You know, but everybody knows everybody. They support one another. You know, they shut down the community on Friday nights. You can see, been in our home games, and it matters. You know, it matters a lot. The support matters, and, you know, I almost feel like they get bored sometimes, you know, this year, and I have to turn around and holler at them, you know, to get up and yell for our kids like they yell at them referees.
Yeah.
Mount Pleasant's always been pretty good at that. I take that from a first-handed.
You know, you look at that voting and stuff, as soon as it comes on, I'm like, who are all these people and where are these votes coming from?
But doesn't it make you feel good that they
don't even really have to promote it?
That
you
they're
know?
involved like that.
But it just means a lot to them, and it pulls everybody together, and, you know, that's what football and sports are all about.
And, you know, we've got 2 of Mount Pleasant's nominees for Player of the Week this week. Cale Scott, the quarterback, 14 of 17 in completions, 272 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a 162 quarterback rating. I didn't know quarterback ratings could go that high. I mean, you didn't either, and I know it doesn't make any difference.
I don't even know
I didn't know
what
it
it
could go that high. And then Jaden McClure, you had 8 tackles, 3 for losses. I mean, you were living in their backfield. Were they ready to hand you the ball instead? I mean, was that what was going on? Yeah, okay.
You know, they, you know, Kale's completion percentage is 75, around there, which is pretty rare for high school. So that's efficient, and we're only running about 30 plays a game, which is almost half of what everyone else runs. But that's because of the explosive plays.
Yeah.
But they execute, they know what they're doing. Coach Holcomb does a great job with the offense. The offensive line's playing good. So, that's credit to them and him. And, Jaden, like I said, you can only stop East Hickman if you get a penalty or a tackle for loss.
Yeah.
So,
Or turnover.
3 tackle for losses. Yep, 3 tackle for losses is basically like stopping 3 drives for them.
I got
They're
you.
only going to have 5. Right. So, that's just how it works. So, it was just huge to have him play his best game, especially being injured the first half of the year. It was good to see him kind of get back to himself.
Well, Coach Hartsfield, we thank you for joining us. Kale, Jaden, good luck this week. Region Championship down in Hohenwald. If you are listening to this in the Mount Pleasant community, go down to Hohenwald this Friday.
Yeah,
Your
make
players
plans.
want to see you. Your coach wants to see you. Support the team. The ante has been upped already. The playoff stakes are high.
Absolutely, it has. And the voting stops for the Players of the Week at 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we might see you two guys here.
We might.
Never know.
Yeah, that's true. But for now, we're going to go to break here at the Murray County Public Schools Sports Zone, home cooked by Puckett and powered by CPWS Internet.
Yeah, it is. Yes.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Got wings? Alex's Tacos and Wings, winner of the best Mexican food and tacos in Murray County. But did you know that we also have all kinds of the best chicken wings? What's your favorite flavor? Like 'em hot? Pair your meal with a drink from the bar. Delicious food for the entire family is moments away. Alex's Tacos and Wings, 2202 Circle Drive in Columbia. Visit alexstacosandwings.com or check us out on Facebook. Alex's Tacos and Wings. Come take a bite.
Columbia Power and Water Systems is dedicated to bringing our customers reliable, local service. Whether you're turning on a light switch, your faucet, or streaming on TV, our dedicated team members from here in Murray County work every day to keep you on. If you need us, call us 931-388-4833 or visit cpws.com. CPWS, local service, local support.
We all live very busy lives. Sometimes we just need a break. Wouldn't it be nice to have an extra pair of hands to help out? Let me introduce you to New Dawn Cleaning Service. No job is too big or too small because they do it all, from residential to commercial. They offer standard cleaning, construction cleaning, carpet shampooing, and window cleaning. Whether you are looking for a one-time service or regular scheduled cleaning plan, New Dawn is ready to help. With years of experience, you can relax, kick back, and call New Dawn Cleaning Service at 615-977-6901.
And we are back. This is the Murray County Public School Sports Zone. Home Cook Coaches Show. Home Cooked by Puckett Restaurant. Powered by the CPS
Internet.
Yeah.
Helps us
and
out.
CPS, Columbia Power and Water Systems, offers internet service. In case you did not know, one service is $50, just flat rate for basic internet.
Mm-hmm.
And for all you young guys,
The
Generation
The TikTokers,
Z,
the gamers.
that has, I don't know, 25 Facebook and Instagram pages and has to have all that stuff. I don't
We
know.
need it. We need
You
it.
need that extra
As a 20-year-old,
extra
you know,
boost in the internet, and that is $70.
Yeah.
So call Columbia Power and Water Systems today, tomorrow, and get set up with their internet service. It's worth it. My wife and I have had it for a long time, and our dog Carl loves it.
Carl, shout out Carl.
We can't get him off the internet. It's crazy. I mean, you know. it's a good thing he's a miniature dachshund because he has his little bitty feet that can hit the keys just right. So
that's good.
I mean, if he was like a pit bull or a Doberman or a Rottweiler or something,
it wouldn't be good.
German Shepherd, I mean, he'd just be pushing a bunch of keys at one time.
Yeah, that's true.
College football. Hey, did you see the Alabama-Tennessee game this past Saturday?
Of course we did. Shout out Ty Simpson.
Wow, what a ball game.
From Tennessee. Westview High School from Tennessee.
What a ball game. Ty Simpson has just been absolutely
the Heisman favorite.
Smoking.
The Heisman favorite.
You know, he's a favorite right now.
Yeah, he's got to be. Yeah.
He and the Mendoza kid from Indiana.
And you have to mention Diego Pavia.
And Diego Pavia from the Vanderbilt Commodores.
Yeah.
You know, right now, I'd say it's a coin toss between those three.
It is.
It's just going to matter. I think the difference will be made how their teams finish up the regular season, obviously.
Yeah.
I think Alabama is through the toughest section of their schedule.
They are.
Indiana is through the toughest part of this schedule, which was going out to Oregon and winning at Oregon.
Yeah.
This weekend, Nico Iamaleava. Iamaleava.
One take for me. Iamaleava.
Yeah. Nico, can I just call him Nico?
Yeah, Nico.
And the UCLA Bruins and Mr. Rick Neuheisel's son is the head coach out there.
Now he is,
Yeah. They're traveling east to Indiana, Bloomington. They're going to play number 2 Indiana, 11 a.m. on Saturday. Indiana's a 26-point favorite in that game.
Wow.
The UVA Virginia Wahoos, the Cavaliers, they're number 16 in the country. They're going to play the Belichicks at North Carolina.
UNC.
Yeah. Ole Miss, number 8, who lost a heck of a ball game to Georgia this past. I thought, I was kind of going back and forth between some games, and I looked at it in the fourth quarter, and I thought, well, Ole Miss has this game.
Yeah.
They were up by like 8 or 9 points.
They were.
And then here comes Georgia roaring back. Ole Miss couldn't answer.
No, they couldn't.
And that's what Lane Kiffin said. Lane Kiffin said, in games like that, you have to keep scoring.
Yeah. 4 quarters of football.
You've got to keep scoring, or you're going to get beat. And that's exactly what happened to Ole Miss.
Yeah, that's true.
They play at number 13 Oklahoma, 11 a.m. Saturday morning. Number 15 Missouri is going to be in Nashville.
Game day. Not our game day.
ESPN game day is going to be in Nashville, Tennessee.
On West End. Yes, they are.
On West End.
Yeah.
Outside of Dudley Field. I don't know. I wonder where they're going to set up. They might set up.
I'm not sure.
They might set up in Centennial Park right across the street or something.
I think I got an ESPN notification that said they will be on some lawn at Vanderbilt.
Oh, they're going to be on a lawn at Vanderbilt.
Yeah, that's my understanding. So
we'll have to check with our station owner and see who that is.
We'll check that out.
Okay, that game's at 2:30.
Yeah.
That game's at 2:30. And Coach Burham and his Battle Creek Grizzlies have just come in, so we're going to get them on here in just a second.
Yep. What other games are there? Quickly.
All right, quickly. Number 23, Illinois is playing unranked Washington in Washington. Number 4, Alabama travels to South Carolina. Number 3, A&M plays at number 20, LSU.
Marcel Reed, Montgomery.
That's going to be Saturday night. That should be a good game.
Yeah, that's a rivalry too.
Yes, absolutely it is. And number 17, Tennessee, 10-point favorites. They travel to Lexington to play the Wildcats.
Yeah.
And then Auburn travels to Fayetteville to play Arkansas, 2 unranked SEC teams. So it's going to be some good football this weekend, college-wise. Some good football Friday night, high school-wise.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of the eyes in this area are going to be on Lewis County and the Mount Pleasant Tigers as
I agree.
As 2 undefeated region teams are going to.
Both have only lost 1 game this season.
That's right. But they're both undefeated in the region, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're and I mean the winner of this game wins the region and more than likely gets to play playoff games at home, which is huge.
Yeah.
Especially when you look at the travel that these teams have to travel in this region to play other schools.
True.
So
that's true.
It's going to be big. So
Drake, let's take a break and let's bring Battle Creek up here on the stage.
Okay, I saw Battle Creek. I saw Coach Justin Burham just come in.
He
just rolled in with his guys, and we're going to get him up here right after this break.
At CSH, we know the sport of football builds discipline, character, and work ethic, 3 common characteristics of winners. It's a sport where we drowns out me. Leadership is nurtured, and that's why CSH supports all Murray County football teams, and want to say a special thanks and good luck to every player, coach, volunteer, and parent of this year's teams, from youth programs, middle schools, and high schools. We know football builds men that make a difference. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Zach Maddox. I'm a proud third-generation owner-operator of Columbia Paint and Wall Cover, founded by my grandfather, Ralph Maddox, in 1946. We offer a variety of paint and wall covering products, but our passion is customer service. We can offer many personalized services and can come out to your house or business if needed. Come visit us at our Columbia location or our new Spring Hill location behind Church of the City, or visit us online at paintcolumbia.com.
This is David Usselton with Usselton Automotive, located in Columbia, Tennessee. We service all foreign and domestic vehicles. We take pride in our work, and we don't cut corners. We offer a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty and loan our cars with almost every repair. We are located at 1201 South High Street in Columbia, Tennessee. You can reach us at 931-215-1765 or find more information at usseltons.com.
We at Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We are here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas.
Keep it right up here. There you go.
Welcome back to the Murray County Public Schools Sports Zone, home cooked by Puckett's Restaurant and powered by CPWS Internet. I'm Landon Sechrist alongside my co-host here, Drake Colley, and we've got special guests from Battle Creek up here on stage. Who do we got, Drake?
Yeah. As far as Murray County Public Schools go, we got the new kids on the block.
Yes, sir.
And we got two-year-old, just a 2-year-old, just an infant. Battle Creek Grizzlies up here, but they're playing ball like they've been around for a while. I've got head coach Justin Burham on this end. On the other end, I've got his assistant defensive line coach Todd Vick. Fellas, welcome to the show. And I see that you brought with you your offensive lineman, number 76, Quint Hall. Quint, you want to raise right there? Hey, everybody. And we got Gage Pitts, a freshman, safety, and wide receiver. How you doing?
Both are freshmen.
And Quint, you're also a freshman.
Yes, sir.
Just think, you got the rest of this year and 3 more years.
It's amazing.
If only I had more.
I know. Wouldn't it be awesome? See, Coach, that's Coach Justin Burr. That's what you want to hear, right?
That is.
They don't want to come off the field.
That's it.
That's what you want out of the players.
It is.
So
that's what young bucks they want to go after.
All right, we got Glen Cliff coming up.
Murray County Game of the Week. We will be there, Drake.
We're going to be. Well, then you are going to win, huh, Gage? I mean, if we're going to be there, you wouldn't let us down by losing that game, would you?
No pressure.
There you go. That's what we like to hear. That's positive. Now, all right, we got your close rivalry there. I'm going to say it might be a budding rivalry. it seems like it should be. The two high schools are close together. I'm talking about the Spring Hill Raiders and the Battle Creek Grizzlies.
Right. They don't say their name still, regardless of what happens.
Yeah, they don't say their name, Drake. You didn't get it last week. They don't say Spring Hill Raiders. It's the team across the highway.
Oh,
the
team across the Highway 31, Nashville Highway. It's on the other side of the street.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that team on the other side of the street, last week, tough week for the Grizzlies.
It is. Coach Taylor and them a good staff, man. We told them going into it. It's not the same team that it's been the last few years.
Okay, all right.
And that's hats off to them. They did what they were supposed to do, and we didn't show up and play our style of the ball, and that's what happened.
Okay, well, that's in the rearview mirror. It's time to move forward. Let's forget about that. Be done with that. We got Glen Cliff this week.
That's it.
And now, if I remember correctly, Glen Cliff Spring Hill got stormed out.
Yeah, we were at that game and it got stormed out. So that kind of, I don't want to say jacked up the seeding, but that is a region game. So Spring Hill didn't have to play that game. You all will play Glen Cliff.
No, Glen Cliff's not a region game.
It's not a region game?
No, sir.
Okay,
our region is us, Marshall County, Creekwood, and Team
Okay, well,
so that's
sorry misspeaking, but both of you common opponent.
Yes, sir,
they didn't get to play. You all do get to play them though. So great opportunity this week against a Glen Cliff team that has had some struggles. What's your outlook so far headed into this week, bouncing back after the loss last week?
Man, they're a very athletic team. You got to come correct with them. With athletes, you always got to make sure you're prepared and try to limit how much space they get. With their guys being so young, that's kind of what we've been harping on is just because you fit how you're supposed to fit. If you fit wide, then you're creating creases. Everything's about keeping it airtight and taking the air out of everything. So that's kind of what we've been harping on this week, kind of slow it down and try to walk it, teach what we mean by fit everything airtight so we're not so loose and wide on how we fit.
Absolutely. So, Coach Vic, last week, and I'm not trying to harp on bad games, but last week was a tough game against Spring Hill, and you coaching the D-line. I mean, a guy like Lionel Brooks, that guy's a beast. We have to give Lionel all the credit for being a great player and making some great plays.
We got out of our lane a couple times.
And it's frustrating, and I was just going to say, it has to be frustrating for you as a D-line coach, playing against a guy like that and him getting off like that, and knowing that just some adjustment and corrections can stop that, right? Mm-hmm. Can you talk to adjusting for somebody like Lionel Brooks?
Well, it's tough because, one, he's really
good, yeah.
And two, we're young and we're still learning. I got a couple guys that have, first-year guys really.
Sure.
But they're really coming along and look forward to answering next year. Let's say it that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
And next year, and now I want people to understand, they're listening and watching, that Battle Creek is in their second year of existence.
Mm-hmm. First varsity season.
First varsity season. They are without a senior class. So that means, that means what I just said. Mm-hmm. There's no 12th graders. There's no seniors. You're playing with freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. Mm-hmm. Now, next year, you'll have your full complement of all those classes. And Coach Burton, we've talked about it on this show before. You're not going to use that as a crutch, as an excuse, but it is what it is, and it's the facts of not having that age group, that age of class, that those physical type of 15 to 20 football players possibly that are seniors. That have gotten stronger over that junior summer. You don't have those, but next year you will, and I expect that you expect, and Coach Vic, you expect things will be a little bit different. Can you talk to that?
Kind of fit what we want in that junior class, and our junior class is thin, but we have some really good guys in that junior class. We kind of depend on with Chris Lemming and Alex Gurley and now Galvin Pelkey, Nathan Dusso. So there's a couple of guys in that class we depend on. Our bulk of our guys are mainly sophomores, and then we sprinkle in about 3 or 4 freshmen. So these juniors kind of understand what we're trying to lead to in these sophomores. And for them to understand what next year means is, and we talked about it yesterday, is after next week, our juniors are officially seniors. and you're only guaranteed 10 games next year. So as of right now, you're on your last 12 to 13 games of high school football, all right? And you're guaranteed 10, and that's all you're guaranteed next year. So we've been harping and trying to instill that mentality and that tradition of, like, you guys got to lead and you got to provide. You got to set the foundation. Like we did really, really, really good stuff last year, setting the foundation, and we're trying to build that. And we taught them that what we do and how we translate and how we move is going to be how you guys lead.
Sure.
You know, the best led teams are player-led teams, not coach-led teams. So we're trying to install that and get those guys to understand how they got to lead by example, and everything they do matters. I know you don't think a freshman's watching you, but he's watching everything you do, how you operate, your body language, how you move. So.
And speaking of freshmen, Coach, both the players here on the panel are freshmen, Gage and Quinn. I want to ask you about the experience you've had being a Battle Creek football player this year, the highs and the lows. Just speak to everything you've experienced up until this point in the season. Gage first.
Being a Grizzly, that's all I got to say. You know, obviously a lot more to go, and I'm proud to be a Grizzly. I don't want to go nowhere else. I'm going to stay home. That's all I got to say. Just, it's great.
And Quint, how are you feeling? First year as a Grizzly, had a lot of highs, had some lows. What's the status check right now?
Yes, sir. It's truly an honor to be part of this program. And I just think if we keep growing, we'll eventually get to that level where everything just becomes, you know, open to us. Like we can do whatever we want to do because we just... It clicks.
Yeah, and getting the Grizzly program, Gage and Quint, Coach Burham and Coach Vic, getting this new fledgling, brand new high school and program into a winning culture and an expectation of winning, right? An expectation of excellence. That's where I see that's where you want this program to go. That's where if one day you were ever to leave this program, leave the Grizzlies, quit coaching there, and you weren't coaching there anymore, you would want that expectation of excellence to be left behind. That's one of the things,
yes, sir.
Stamps that you put on Battle Creek's program.
We want to build a program that no matter who is in charge, you can run. I tell them all the time, nobody's bigger than that Grizzly. Not me, not a player, nobody. And when you build a program, you gotta have that mindset. And that's what I want them to understand, that once you graduate from here, you're a part of this. When you leave, you can come back and always say you built this and you were a part of this. When you build a program, it's always bigger than you. All right? It's about being forgiving and not being selfish. All right.
Sure.
So one thing we talk about, we say family, and I told them what the family means. It means forget about me, I love you. So you got to sacrifice, and that's one of the things we kind of talked about in our meeting was, like, when you play selfishly, you're selling out your brother. You're selling out your family, and if you want to build a program, you can't just play for you. You have to play for the people beside you, the people behind you, and the people on that sideline.
And right now, Coach Vic and Coach Burham, and you guys too, as far as the numbers go and the age goes, I mean, you don't have a senior, you're not playing with a senior class right now. But right now, a lot of it is about getting your mental capacity in the right place, getting your head screwed on straight, getting the players screwed on straight, where they actually believe in what you're coaching and what you're coaching them. And
well, we laugh because we tell them it's football. Everybody thinks it's a physical sport, and it is. Don't get it twisted. It's a very demanding physical sport. But 90% of the game is played before you lined up. It's mental. Are you in the correct alignment? Are you 10-by-2 inside shade? Are you 6-by-1? What is your responsibility on this fit? Who is your responsibility? Who is your rekey? And if you can understand that part of it, the rest of it comes. And that's what we're trying to get them to understand. Just because you run up and you hit your guy or you fit your gap and you don't fit it correctly, like, that's part of the growth process. That's part of the learning. That's part of the culture is you got to do your job and do it right. Do your 111. That's what we preach to them to do.
So when we think about football programs in this Middle Tennessee area, I mean, there's a couple that stand out. Probably Brentwood Academy is one over the years. Just an excellent winning program, and I feel in my gut that you guys at some point expect and will have Battle Creek
absolutely
as respected as some of these programs up in the Williamson County, Davidson County area around Middle Tennessee.
Of course. We wanna
year after
compete
year
with
after
those
year, and there's just no question about that.
That's our goal.
Battle Creek will be there one day.
It's true.
As a dominant football program in the southern Middle Tennessee area or Middle Tennessee area.
Well, year one, right now we're trending towards to be able a couple games under 500. But if you look at any program that's opened a school in this area, how many of them made the playoff in their first year of existence?
Very, very, very few.
I can speak to that as well because I remember when I played against Nolensville in their first years, and they were having some struggles, but the next couple of years, 10-win team, 12-win team, 11-win teams.
Nolensville is and they had the right teachers and right mindset and right culture that was sewed into their
Mr. Kennard
campus.
has done a great job establishing that. Like, everybody's on board. Like you said, we have a chance to go finish the year 4-6 and go play in the playoffs in your first year of ever playing varsity. Like, that's not average. That's not average by any means.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And so you take on Glencliff and then Hickman County, and more than likely it looks like you're going to play at Pearl Cone in the first round of the playoffs.
The Firebirds.
Which is going to be a tough test.
Yeah,
but you know what?
We wouldn't have it any other way.
That's the way it is, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, it's Gage. Good to see you. Good luck on the Player of the Week tonight. Quinn Hall, good to see you. Coach Vic, Coach Burham, thank you for being with us. This is the Maury County Public Schools Sports Zone, home cooked by Puckett's Coaches Show, powered by
CPWS Internet.
Yeah, it's good internet.
And we'll be right back.
My dog loves it. He loves that internet.
Thank you. Go Grizzlies.
We'll be right back.
Office space available in beautiful downtown Columbia. Kennedy Broadcasting Company, WKRM and WKOM, has 3 offices for rent in its downtown building. Each office is approximately 18 by 18, and each includes a closet-type storage area. Included are utilities, Wi-Fi, and communal break area. Contact Station Manager Clayton Harris at 931-626-3131.
Hi, I'm Chris Chumley, owner of Expert Landscaping, LLC. Located in beautiful Columbia, Tennessee, Expert Landscaping specializes in consulting and design for all your outdoor needs, as well as installations for landscaping, pools, patios, outdoor kitchens, fireplaces, irrigation, and lighting. Call us today at 931-374-1772. Expert Landscaping, where quality work is an investment in the future.
Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Delicious food and amazing service at an affordable price. Mezcal Cochina Mexicana. Located off of Nashville Highway in Neapolis, near Spring Hill High School. 2504 Care Lane. Authentic Mexican cuisine. Full menu. Family dine-in. Takeout. Delivery. Offering the best cocktails in the area. On the rocks or frozen, pair your meal with our famous margarita. Don't forget, Mezcal Cochina Mexicana for your next meal. Check us out on Facebook. Visit Mezcal Cochina Mexicana today. Proud supporters of the Front Porch Sports Network.
Do you wanna be a bad man? Yes, you do. Do you wanna taste sweet salvation underneath the summer moon? Do you need another hand now? Yes, you do. Go see Miss Josie down on Columbus Avenue.
Welcome back to the Murray County Public Schools Sports Zone, Homecooked by Puckett's Restaurant and powered by CPWS Internet. I'm your host, Landon Seacrest, alongside Drake Colley here, and we're going to talk a little college football as we wait on Spring Hill to join us after the next break.
Yeah, we're going to do a little college football. We've got this Saturday at 2:30.
Yeah.
Which is going to be the ESPN SEC afternoon primetime game, will be the Vanderbilt Commodores, number 10 in the country.
Pavia and company.
Directed by Diego Pavia.
Yeah.
And they're going to be taking on the Missouri Tigers.
Yeah.
And it's going to be one heck of a ball game.
It is.
Right now, Vanderbilt is just a little slight favorite, just about a 2 or 3 point favorite according to Las Vegas over the number 15 Missouri Tigers. But, after their win over LSU this past weekend, I don't see Missouri stopping them.
Well, Diego Pavia said he's putting all the other stuff aside and he's just going to play football now, which I think that's what he should have done from the beginning. But now it seems like he's really locked in.
Well, I think Diego, by him saying he's going to put all the other stuff aside, I think that means his antics, his pregame stuff. And I think the Alabama game, the foolishness before the Alabama game and some of his gestures towards the crowd and doing some of the practicing of the victory formation at the end of the game and throwing the ball in there like he's already won.
That was kind of crazy.
And I think Diego, looking back on that and talking to somebody in his camp that's a little wiser and older than he is at this point, probably said, hey, you need to do that. Let your talking be proved on the field.
That's true.
Not before the game or to the crowd or whatever it is. So we're going to find out Sunday on West End.
And game day will be at Wyatt Lawn on
ESPN Game Day is going to be at Vanderbilt. Who would ever thought that the ESPN
they will be there
would go to Vanderbilt for a game day show?
Look, I was playing college football NCAA 25 when Vanderbilt beat Alabama last year. I could hear from my apartment everybody flocking to West End. I'm not lying.
Well,
so I know it's going to be madhouse.
I attended the University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa, and I wasn't too happy about all that. I don't think, even if they beat Missouri, I don't think they're going to tear the goalpost down and walk it down, throw it in the Cumberland River.
I don't think so.
Off of Broadway, but I just got this feeling that kind of Vanderbilt, what's going to be amazing? At the end of this regular football season, it's going to be Tennessee and the Vanderbilt Commodores.
In Neyland Stadium.
In Neyland Stadium. They're more or less going to be playing for a chance to go to the college football playoffs.
Who would have thought the end of the season game would be a playoff elimination game?
If both teams can take care of business between now and then, obviously, that's what's going to happen.
That's true.
Now, if there's some slip-ups, which obviously there's been quite a few slip-ups in college football this year, but
definitely.
But if these two teams can stay on track and keep their ship and their momentum going and win and get to Neyland Stadium from where they are now to then, they're going to be playing it's going to be an early playoff spot to get into the college football playoffs.
Yeah, it's
between
amazing.
Vanderbilt and the Vols.
It's amazing. Football in Tennessee right now, with the exception of Memphis losing to UAB, is really at its peak level right now at the college level.
Sure it is.
I think,
you've seen Penn State.
Yeah.
Now look, Penn State dropping one at home to Northwestern.
Yeah, not good. Franklin's gone. He's out of there. So
there's college football is crazy, but what's made it crazy is this transfer portal and the NIL deals that is kind of causing this parity across college football because you can't afford to pay all the 4- and 5-star players on one team.
Yeah.
So they go play for somebody else that can afford to pay.
Yeah, highest
and
bidder.
We want to remind everybody, today the news came out that Tony Vitello, the head coach for the Tennessee baseball team, is going to San Francisco, going to the pros.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to manage the Giants in San Francisco, and a lot of people are up in arms in the Vol Nation. They're upset about it. I can understand them losing a good coach. It happened to Alabama a couple of years back when Nick Saban said goodbye.
He said, peace, deuces.
But all good things must come to an end.
Yeah.
And Tony Vitello's days in Knoxville have come to an end.
Yeah.
And Tennessee gets a $3 million buyout from Tony Vitello. And we'll see who they hire.
Yeah.
I've heard of an interim coach, but I'm not sure they made a determination on the exact
I'm not
replacement for him yet.
Right. I'm not sure either.
I think that's still in the ballot.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But,
Yeah, it's exciting times. And, Drake, exciting times for the team that we're about to welcome up to the stage after this break. Spring Hill with a huge win last week that we are about to talk about.
The Spring Hill Raiders, after this break, the Spring Hill Raiders will be on our Murray County Public School Sports Zone stage.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about last week's win. We're going to talk about next week's game.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about Spring Hill in general and what's going on up there.
The vibes.
The vibe is good, and there's something in the water.
Yeah, there's
Good
something in
things
the
are
water.
happening.
We're going to find out what it is on the other side of this break. This is the Murray County Public School Sports Zone. I'm Landon. This is Drake, and we're going to take a break.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
Hi, I'm Matt Perales, manager of Murray County Equipment. We help you with all your agriculture and construction equipment needs. We carry a full line of New Holland tractors from compacts to high horsepower. We have a full line of gravely mowing equipment. We also have New Holland construction equipment, attachments, and accessories for your tractors and a complete parts department. We are locally owned and operated. Come see us at 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard or learn about us on Facebook or contact us at 931-490-8183.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
It's right there. There we go. Welcome back to the Murray County Public School Sports Zone. This is the Homecooked by Puckett's Coaches Show. And we're powered by Columbia Power Water Systems Internet.
We are.
And so for like younger cats like Spring Hills players up here in U,
Yeah.
Gen Z.
And
They
B,
need that
yeah.
They need that super powered internet. I just need that old fogey internet, just so I can surf around. You know what I mean? I don't do that gaming stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that. But we do have the Spring Hill High School folks up here on the stage right now. We've got head coach Joshua Taylor, D-line Coach Davis.
DB.
Oh, I'm sorry, DB
I'm
coach.
gonna say defensive back.
Defensive backs Coach Davis. And we've got 82, defensive lineman Gavin Jacobs. Gavin, you want to raise your hand? Tell everybody. There you go. All right. And we got number 0, just like Calvin Ridley.
Yeah.
Let's hope you play a little bit better than Calvin.
He does.
Reeves Gill. And Reeves is a defensive back.
He does. He plays a lot better than Ridley.
Well, there you go. It wouldn't be hard at this point, would it? Poor Titans. Poor Titans. You got to feel sorry for the Titans sometimes, you know. And Lord, they got to go to Indianapolis this weekend, and that ain't
It's gonna be
the way the Colts are playing. That ain't gonna be pretty. So, but anyway, we're not talking about the coach. We're talking about the Spring Hill Raiders.
Yes, sir.
Had a win last week over
Yes, sir.
Battle Creek.
Yes, sir.
And you know, now we've got some Battle Creek folks in the house, so we're not going to talk about
We can.
But hey, it was a tough win. You guys,
Absolutely.
And we've talked about this before, Coach. We've talked about winning a football game is about starting out right.
Right.
And that's what happened with Spring Hill with you guys last week. Talk about the game and talk about just how it started out and everything kind of clicked and fell into.
Absolutely not. The first thing I'm gonna say is, man, I kept telling people I couldn't wait for 10 p.m. on Friday night. A lot of stress, a lot of things going on, and you know,
What happens at 10 p.m. on Friday night?
The ball game is over.
Oh, I see. Okay, all right.
The Battle Creek week was over. All of that stuff. So, but it was good. I was definitely proud of how the boys played. They came after Battle Creek, and we did what we wanted to do. I feel like we left some things out there. To be honest, the boys know that.
Well, there's
But I
always
was-
something to
absolutely,
keep coaching about.
Absolutely.
You know.
So, you know, that's the thing. Definitely proud of our leadership and whatnot. You know, we did do some dumb things during the game. We coach teenage boys, so that's a real thing. But I was definitely glad to get out of there with a W, and then now we can move on to Marshall County for sure.
And we know that Marshall County. Now this is going to be for the region.
Yes, sir.
Best in the region, right?
Yes, sir.
So, and you got to go to Marshall County.
Preston Hopkins Field, Marshall County.
And we were talking about now. You're from there.
I am.
Did you go to high? Did you graduate
born
high
and
school?
raised Lewisburg, Tennessee.
Marshall County High School graduate.
05.
So
yes, sir.
You know all about what's going on over in Lewisburg.
I know a lot of things.
And taking your team back over there is going to be.
It is.
It's going to be something. I mean, it's going to be. It's going to be something. Taking all your team back over there.
It's an environment they probably haven't played in, to be honest. Even the seniors. They get it rocking out there. They do football right there. I would definitely say that. And then they have a lot of good athletes, and they're a really good coach team. Thomas Osteen does a great job with those guys. And then they have some dudes, man. Starting with reigning Mr. Football
quarterback.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Thompson, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, but think about it, and Mr. Gill, you could talk to us about this. You accept that challenge?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I mean,
it's going to be a great game for sure.
It's no secret at this point in the season, Mr. Jacobs.
Yes, sir.
How talented Marshall County is, and going over there and beating them is going to be a heck of a task, but it is what it is. Can you talk to that? Can you talk about that challenge?
Yeah, I feel like we all collectively need to do our jobs. Battle Creek game, it was all right, but could have been a lot better. We all just really wanted to get a sack that game. We didn't really play our jobs. Did our thing. Yeah.
So juniors, right?
Juniors. He's
and
I'm a senior.
You're a senior, Mr. Gill, and you're a junior, Mr. Jacobs.
So senior night victory for Reeves Gill. How does it feel? Technically, your last home game won't be your last home game, though. But how does it feel to get that victory over a crosstown rivalry? Speak to that.
Yeah, I mean, it feels amazing. Last year we kind of had the same thing.
You good?
Is it good? Okay.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah, we had the same thing last year. You know, the seniors are now with the big win last year, so it feels good to kind of do the same thing that we did last year. You know.
And talking about senior night, we were there doing the game. We were there for game day.
Absolutely.
And then we saw all the parents coming in and the parents for senior night. I mean, and that's a kind of it's kind of emotional for you guys. I mean, you've got your family there. They're there to support you all. You're playing in front of a bigger crowd because it's senior night.
Mm-hmm.
Talk a little, and it's Battle Creek. I mean, they're 3 or 4 miles away from each other. So talk a little bit about the emotional end of last Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, I actually have 3 brothers that go there, so it was a little bit different for me. So yeah, I have 3 brothers that go there, live in my house, everything. So, I mean, yeah, I had a lot of family there too. Yeah, my mom was at the game. All my family was there, and yeah, I mean, it's just.
So it had to feel good. I mean, to come out with a win, have a big game like you did. I mean.
Yeah, and
what a night! What a night! Senior night must have been at Spring Hill.
It was amazing.
I agree. It was a big night. We were there. I was on the broadcast call with Dave Dunston and Craig Till. Coach Davis, I want to ask you something about speaking to the fact that it was a rivalry game. As much as Battle Creek may not want to say that it's a rivalry, Spring Hill probably thinks it's a rivalry, believes it is, and it is because it's a crosstown rivalry. Speak to that and the nature of that game and getting a statement victory, 35-0.
So, I would say since Battle Creek opened, man, it's just been a bunch of back and forth. A lot of the kids that were leaving, a couple of the ones we did not want to leave, guys that could have helped us down the road. There was kids in middle school that we wanted to come play for us. Battle Creek opened, so it was just a lot of back and forth, man. Kids that we didn't get, all the different things.
And
it's been tough, just thinking about it and whatnot. But we ultimately develop our guys. Not saying that they don't, but we believe in what we do. And at the end of the day, we're gonna coach the kids that we have, and we're gonna coach them to the best of their ability and go at it. And hey, we're ready to go against whoever.
So I'm gonna assume, Mr. Gill, that this is your 4th year with Spring Hill, right?
Yeah. Yep.
And this is your 3rd year playing for Spring Hill? And so you guys, I mean, this year compared to other years, these are good times right now. I
100%.
mean, do you not agree? I mean,
No, I do, yeah.
Things have kind of flip-flopped in the last 12 months from then to now.
Yeah.
And would you how would you describe it now? Would you describe it more as a winning culture and expectation among the team, among your coaches, among the student body? They now you put what? How many wins you got now? This is the 3 wins. So with 3 wins, as compared to years past, I mean, things are different.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think every week as a team, and the coaches think this too, obviously, we expect to win. You know, we don't expect to go out there and get beat every week. So
just show up. You expect to come off the field victorious.
100%.
And that's a huge difference, isn't it, Mr. Jacobs? That you come out, you expect when you step on the field, and when you get ready to step off that field on Friday night, you plan to be a winner. As maybe opposed to years in the past when there was just kind of this participation.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm going to give, of course, a lot of the credit to the players and them buying in on what the coaches are selling. And, Coach Taylor, you're selling. And you got to have some buyers in order to be successful in the marketplace.
Absolutely.
Right?
Not only that, but we got to have some dudes, right? And I think we have some dudes. This one to the left of me, he means a lot to me. He's our general in the secondary. He does a lot of that stuff, man. We ask him to do a whole lot all over the field. He's a kick and punt returner as well. We asked so much of him. He started when he was a freshman. He started a couple games when he was a freshman. He got on the field on Friday nights. So he's been there, chipping away, trying to get better and better, and just, buying into the off-season workouts, the program, all of that stuff. Gavin Jacobs is an athlete over here. I was so happy for him Friday night. My dude came in, and he finished this thing off, led the way, 4.5 sacks. So, hey, if you haven't voted yet, vote for Gavin Jacobs, Defensive Player of the Week for sure.
He's top 20 in the state in
Yeah, you
sacks
got
for
about
anybody.
40 minutes
Anybody
on the
wonder.
Facebook page under the Front Porch Sports Network.
Please.
Yeah, that's an epic thing. 4.5 sacks in a high school football game is
nobody has
hard
done
to
it.
do.
Yeah,
You're right, and
nobody-
that's not a thing that typically happens. And so I'm just glad to see the depth that we've gotten, the belief that they have, the camaraderie. All of those things are turning into us being a tough out. We're grown as a football team, and again, we're 3-4, right? And so this is not an undefeated team or anything like that. But I think we get better and better each week, and we've been in every ball game. It was a 6-0 game at Summit. We lost by 7 in Dixon County and Lawrence County, and so we've played some close games. We haven't come out the way we wanted to in a lot of them, but we've competed in every single game we've played in, and I think we moved the ball on offense. We have 424 rushing yards, I think is what the total was last Friday night. So we can run the ball, and then again we had 8 sacks or whatever it was, and so we are putting together games, and certain aspects of this team is becoming dominant. But I'm just really enjoying how this team competes each and every down, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams. So I'm thankful for these boys. Also, the coaches buying in as well. And nobody planned for this season to go the way that it did. Nobody was looking up, expecting to come in for their first summer practice with a new head coach. That's including me. And so that wasn't my, expectation at the time. I mean, I'm glad to be here, and I'm glad these guys bought in, and I'm glad they wanted to be here. And so hopefully this is the beginning of something. So.
And speaking of the beginning of something, it might be the beginning of something or the continuation of something for Mr. Jacobs here. Gavin, as I just said, and Coach Taylor said, 4.5 sacks on Friday night. You were top 20 in the state in sacks. Speak to the impact you have as a player, and also your entire defensive line. It's one of the scariest in the county, I would say.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I feel like me personally, I have all abilities. I have speed, strength. I can move. I can do everything.
Yeah.
Do you fashion your sack ability or your rushing the quarterback ability? Anybody that plays on Sundays that you might sit and watch? Is there anybody out there that you fashion your game after, that you think about?
I fashion my game over Michael Parsons.
Just because of just him being a dog and him just being the best at what he does. I mean, and I bet you thought the Cowboys are crazy for getting rid of him. I did.
Spring Hill's not going to let him go.
No,
absolutely not.
And
Absolutely not.
And I want to talk real quick, Coach Davis, to something you said about players that left the team that went other places. I mean, some of those things. The proximity of Spring Hill to other high schools right there in that area. I mean, you're gonna lose. That's gonna happen, right? I mean, that's
right.
I mean, there's no way to combat that. I mean,
I would say that Spring Hill is unique, right? Because it is Spring Hill High School. Technically, currently, it is in Columbia, Tennessee, right? And so, and obviously, Spring Hill itself is split itself between Murray County and Williamson County.
Correct.
And so that could be a negative, but also for us, man, we want it to be a positive. It's in Neapolis, right? It's a very unique setting. I think what I would say is people pay attention. So maybe some kids didn't make it. A couple of kids didn't make it to Spring Hill, or they chose another route, and that's fine. Every family, every kid gets to do what he wants to do, and we're fine with that. But what I would say is that a lot of these kids come in. We have good football players. This is a good football player. That's a good football player. They come in and they stay. They enjoy their time and they compete, and they get coached up, and then they make friends and lifelong bonds. And the goal is to make sure they go out as winners as well, and I think that's what we're changing this culture. So I think it can be really something special. It doesn't have to be a negative necessarily, and so I think people are seeing that, hey, there's a lot happening at Spring Hill, not just football team, having a chance to compete for a region championship, but other sports, other things going on in football. And so Gavin's gonna when football season's over with, he's gonna go right into wrestling. and he's going to go dominate in wrestling, right? There's a really good wrestling program we have right now. He's going to dominate in wrestling.
Which are two terrific sports that translate into each other
and then,
very well, especially defensive linemen. So.
Right. And then Gavin also, he does rugby. He also does track. And then Reeves, and also one of his fellow DBs, and Nathan Highland, just obliterated records last year in track. So they reset the record books actually in track in the 100 to 200 and 4x1 and 4x2. The two of them kind of rewrote the record books in Spring Hill High School. So there's a lot of good things happening in Spring Hill, and so I'm glad people are realizing that right now.
And speaking of those good things, one thing we haven't brought up that will not be ignored that occurred on Friday night, Lionel Brooks, 255 rushing yards.
Is that a Spring Hill High School record of some sort? I mean,
Coach Taylor, don't answer that question. That's a trivia question. Don't answer that. Don't answer that.
We're gonna have a trivia. We're gonna have trivia at the end of this.
But speak to Brooks's impact and the amazing game that he had against Battle Creek.
I was about to name names. I'm gonna be quiet right now.
Yeah.
So what I would say is about Lionel is that the engine that he is, the catalyst that he is for our team, he gives our team so much hope. And just watching him play is amazing. The speed, the power, again, Mr. Do It All, right? We catches out of the backfield, he throws it, he runs. Just watching him come in from a freshman to now as a junior, you kind of saw it, but I don't know that anybody really knew was going to go this route. But he's a special dude. I love how he competes. We got guys, but obviously he is the guy for us right now just because, again, we had 5 touchdowns Friday night. He had 4 of them. That's kind of how that rolls. It's not sure. That's the normal things because he's that good. And so he puts the ball in the end zone. He finds it really well. He's a guy that he's hard to bring down. And so we lean on him. He allows our offense to go. And so our job on defense is just get him the ball back, get our offense the ball back, and watch him and obviously Jonah, our quarterback, and then the receiving core and our other backs, Anthony and Case and White, watch people go because again we got guys. That's what I want people to know. I can't say that enough. Is that we got a roster. It's not we're not winning by luck. We're beating people, and I'm disappointed that the record's 3-4.
Okay,
now, and that's kind of how I feel.
Reeves, Gavin, we're talking about Lionel Brooks. Do you all have a nickname for him?
L-Train.
L-Train. Now, I want you to know that on our afternoon Front Porch Sports Radio hour from 4 to 5, Monday through Friday, Landon right here, I nicknamed him the L-Train. So you just tell Lionel he's sharing a nickname with Landon Seacrest right here. And Landon also used to play long ago for Spring Hill. So Lionel's going to take that over tonight, and we'll see if he can't win the Offensive Player of the Week this week. And I just want to reiterate what you were saying, Coach. And I think if people didn't hear you clearly, I want them to hear me. And you want people to know sending their young man or young woman, whatever the case may be, to Spring Hill High School is a positive,
absolutely,
not a negative.
Absolutely.
And don't treat it as a negative. They're fortunate to go and attend Spring Hill High School and to be under the tutelage of coaches like Coach Davis and Coach Taylor, and it's a plus, and they should look at it that way.
Absolutely.
Is that right? Do you agree with that?
I would just say ask the student athletes in the building what they say and talk to them and
what their overall experience is.
I think they'll tell you it's the pep rallies, the teachers, the administration, again the other schools. I mean the other sports. I mean there's so much going on in Spring Hill right now. I think things are looking up. I think it's a quality school. Obviously, you see me with my gear on.
There you go.
Yeah. But
representing
it really is, and again, so I'm a little bit biased, but ask somebody. And that knows, and I think they're going to tell you that it's a great school to be at, to go to school for, play play whatever sport. So pull up.
And as an alumni, I agree.
Pull up.
Coach Davis, I got a question for you before I let the Raiders go off the stage.
Yes, sir.
One of the biggest plays on Friday night was a fake punt call that the Raiders scored a touchdown on. It didn't catch me off guard. It caught a lot of people off guard. How did that happen? And explain to the listeners and everybody that's here why it's not about sportsmanship in a game where it was 0 points on the board for Battle Creek. It's about strategy on your end and taking advantage of something.
So our wonderful offensive coordinator and special teams coordinator, Coach Brown, he had we had talked about it. He had already called the fake the first time, and then we shifted. They moved that guy from right there, and it was open. It was a penalty. We lined back up again, and we were going to actually punt at that time. But then it's another penalty, and then third time around, did it, and was like, let's go for it. And Will Bailey, he was wide open running down the field because they didn't cap him. And, yeah, he did Will Bailey things.
Isn't it beautiful when things work out?
Yes.
I mean, especially you sitting on the sideline and you make a call like that.
Absolutely.
And it works out, and it works to perfection.
Absolutely.
I mean, there's not a better feeling in the world as a coach, is it?
Nope. I'm glad he got the ball.
And I tell you what, we were talking about Lionel Brooks.
Just like it was in practice.
There you go. We were talking about Lionel Brooks. I don't know if these guys, Gavin and Reeves, are probably too young, but Lionel Brooks reminds me of Randall Cobb that played for Kentucky. And Randall Cobb did everything for Kentucky. He returned punts. He played quarterback some. He played running back. I mean, he played wide receiver. And then he also went to the Green Bay Packers and did a little bit of everything with Brett Favre in that bunch. And I'm just telling you, Lionel Brooks reminds me a lot of Randall Cobb, and Randall Cobb was one heck of a football player, probably one of the best to ever come through the University of Kentucky.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
So,
thank you, Spring Hill Raiders, for joining us. Best of luck. Marshall County Region Championship. The Raiders have a chance at the 1 seed.
Marshall County this Friday night. You folks in Spring Hill,
make the trip.
Make the trip. It's not that far.
Not at all.
25, 30 minutes, you're there.
Right.
So, and then after Marshall County, we're looking at who you got after that, Coach?
Montgomery Central to close the season on Thursday night.
Montgomery Central to close the season. Well, best of luck.
Best of luck, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spring Hill Raiders.
Yes, sir. Spring Hill on top.
Thank
Spring
you
Hill on top.
being here.
This is the
Good luck
Murray
Friday.
County Public School Sports Zone. I'm Landon Seacrest. Drake Kali here. We're going to take a break and talk to the Columbia Lions on the backside of this.
Yeah, we got Tredarius Goff, head coach, coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Is your insurance up to date in today's world? Foster Insurance Agency is an insurance agency you can depend on for your commercial and personal insurance needs. Foster tailors insurance coverage to meet your unique requirements stemming from years of experience and represents several top-rated companies such as Erie Insurance. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient Columbia location at 204 West 4th Street. Foster Insurance, serving Middle Tennessee since 1952.
I'm Jimmy Ford, Foster Insurance Agency here in downtown Columbia. We've been here since 1952, located at 204 West 4th Street. We specialize in commercial insurance. We write home, auto, and life insurance. We write anything from your bulldozer to helicopter, from churches to bars. Come see myself, Mike, Shelby, or Nikki. We'd be happy to take care of you. We specialize in service.
Some people are just obsessed with their lawns. They'd cut their grass with a pair of scissors if they could. Thanks to Gravely, they don't have to. You see, Gravely makes not only the best built and most comfortable lawnmowers, they also leave your house looking like a doggone country club. So whether you're a commercial landscaper wanting the best or just a perfectionist homeowner, you can't do better than a Gravely.
See our full line of Gravely products at Murray County Equipment, 1075 North James Campbell Boulevard in Columbia, Tennessee, or check us out on Facebook.
Discover Prime and Pint in downtown Columbia, where great food meets great company. Join us for weekly specials. Tuesday is Texas Tuesday, with a rotating menu that gives back to local causes. Wednesday is half-off burgers and pints all day long. And on Thursday, don't miss our prime rib dinner carved fresh by our chef. Make your night memorable at Prime and Pint, 105 East 6th Street, Columbia. Prime and Pint Butchery and Public House.
The Way Realty is helping to empower buyers and sellers to accomplish their real estate goals. Currently, we have sellers offering buy-down rates to 4.875% fixed-rate financing on selected homes through approved lenders. If you want to buy or sell your home faster, let us show you the many services we offer to help you get the most out of your real estate transaction. Schedule your listing or showing appointment today by going to thewayrealty.com or calling us at 931-580-4669. And remember, Jesus Christ changes lives. I know because He changed mine.
Columbia, your Love's travel stop just got a whole lot better.
We've modernized our space at 1624 Bear Creek Pike at exit 46 to bring you more of what you want with fuel discounts, additional food offerings, and everything you need to hit the road with ease. Come say hi at the remodeled Loves in Columbia. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of your community. Safe travels.
Is your internet slowing you down? It's time for an upgrade. Whether you're at home, working from your home office, or at your business, it's time to unleash the speed you need with speeds up to 1 gig at CPWS for as low as $70 a month. Give us a call, 931-375-7777. Local service, local support, CPWS.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
And welcome back. This is the Maury County Public School Sports Zone, Homecooked Coaches Show. And we're at Puckett's Restaurant, downtown Columbia, Tennessee. And right now we've got the Columbia Central Lions up here on the stage. Head coach Tredarius Goff, his punter and kicker Eli Raymer right here. Sitting right here on the other side of Landon is Zane Nash. Zane runs the ball and tackles people at the linebacker position. And down at the end, we've got Toto Baldwin. I said, Toto, what position do you play? He said, he started naming off some spots, and he just said, just put me down as an athlete. And I said, okay. I said, we're just going to put Toto down. So all I want you guys to do is look at that camera right there and wave it. Come on, there, wave it. There you go. All right, everybody's waving. All right, we all checked in. So first person I want to check in with is head coach Tredarius Goff. What about that Lincoln County victory last week, Coach? Congratulations. I mean,
I appreciate that. No, I appreciate that.
And you know what? I mean, things have to, in a tight ball game like that, in an overtime ball game like that, things have to go in your favor and not in your favor. I mean, it's kind of a back and forth. The team gets a call or a break on the other side. You get a call or a break on the other side. You make things happen on yours when you get the ball or whatever the deal is. But I kind of feel like it's about hard work.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like you and your coaching staff and these players up here and their teammates putting in the work, putting in the time, putting in the blood, sweat, and tears it takes to be a winning type football team in a winning program. Yeah. It's taking a little bit, it's taking a little bit of time, but it's almost as – It almost seems like that coin is flipped a little bit. Can you talk to that?
First off, I give kudos to my coaching staff, man. To my coaching staff, they work so hard day in and day out.
And the sacrifices they make, along with your players and everybody else. There are sacrifices and long hours put in.
Not long hours. Defense, we meet 6 days a week. We work 6 days a week, meeting on Sundays. Offense, they stay after to about 3-4 o'clock in the morning after on Fridays, breaking down film, getting stats. So it's a lot of work to go into it. And people only get to see Friday nights at the games, and as well as these players and the rest of the team, guys have worked hard. This past week in practice, I told them that that was one of the better weeks we've had consistently, Monday through Thursday, and I told them that's what last week's game was going to be, won Monday through Thursday. And I mean, that's typical any week, but.
Go ahead.
I just preached that to them, and them guys, they got after each other all week in practice. They made each other better, and then when we got to the game Friday, they played with passion and heart, like you was talking about, and it showed.
Well, yesterday I was at the radio station talking with Coach James Dickinson, and I took a little midweek vacation last week. Went up to Kentucky with my wife, but I wasn't around. But Coach Dickinson yesterday came into the studio while we were recording, and during the break he said, I told him last week. He said he was at you all's practice.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was at you guys' practice Monday and Tuesday, and he said they're going to win that game this week.
He called it.
And he called the shot, and the reason he called the shot is because of how great you guys were practicing last week. Eli, can you talk about practice last week leading up to that Lincoln County game, how it was different, and how it was different from other weeks?
We really just locked in, going through the plays, taking everything mental, not messing around. Just, I like to call it, we were really just locked in.
It was just serious. It was more serious. So the seriousness of it.
Yeah, we took everything serious, everything
and
play by play.
Executing the going through the plays. I mean, Coach Goff, can you talk to that and what Coach Dickinson was saying? How it was different.
From the jump, guys was getting after it. Mondays for us, that's a JV game day. So,
right.
We after JV league, we probably have about 15, 16 kids that don't play JV. So we got a lot of individual work and people was able to break it down for people and get a lot of work in that day. Then Tuesday we started off with a bloody Tuesday where it's all out defense versus offense, and we was getting after it and we set the tone right then and there, and that just carried over throughout the rest of the week. And like I said, guys knew the seriousness of the magnitude of the game against Lincoln County, and then people going against us and not giving us a chance. That played a favor for us because it had our
that
guys.
That motivates you more.
Yeah, motivated us a
Now,
lot more. Yep.
My question is this, and guys, you can talk to me down here on this end. After a win like Lincoln County last Friday night, and it's Wednesday now, does that win and the practice leading up to last week's win, does that overflow into this week a little bit? Do you all, either one of you, Toto, you can answer. I mean,
I feel like that win was setting up our playoff run. We go win this week, and hopefully we win against Tullahoma, and we gonna have a 4-game winning streak going into the playoffs. And who go stop us?
He's got it planned out.
That sounds like a pretty good idea. What do you think, Zane? I mean, what about last week's practice? Could you tell a difference in last week's practice? Was there something different going on in the practices leading up to Lincoln County?
Oh, absolutely. I think our intensity was really what was different last week than what it has been really all year. And we came out every day with a different intensity. We knew people was doubting us, and we knew people didn't think we could win that game. So we came out there every day just with the mentality that we were going to bring it to them.
And speaking of that mentality, it translates to the game. And Toto, I know it did for you because you had a scoop and score, long distance. Walk me through that play and how that impacted the seriousness of the win eventually for Columbia on Friday.
Honestly, I just seen ball, and I seen my guys getting after the quarterback. I'm coming from the back end. Most likely, I'm getting hold if I'm not back there with my guys. So I seen them, and I just seen the ball on the ground. I was like, I ain't falling now.
Scoop and
they gonna have to come get me.
So
I scooped it, and my boy Hani right there made a big block. I was stumbling. He made a big block, and we was in the end zone.
That's good.
What a glorious feeling.
That's a highlight play.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
Coach, when you talk about team and people doubting you, do you feel as though Lincoln County didn't quite expect you to put up the fight, and you guys put up the fight that you all gave them? I mean, do you feel like you were underestimated?
No, most definitely. I definitely do. With us dropping that game in Dixon County early, it kind of made people weary about where we was going to go with this season, man. But one of my coaches asked me, was it Thursday? He was saying, what do you think Lincoln County thinking about us right now? And I said, they probably thinking we finna come kick their butt and go home. And
no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal.
No sweat.
Yeah.
Right.
So when we was able to get the ball first and go downfield and score on them, then we got to stop and got the ball back. And I think it kind of shook them a little bit, like, oh. And then they was able to get a play where we threw the ball to Dallas King and he caught it and it went up in there and the DB took it back for 6. and guys didn't get down, guys didn't get shaky. They just stayed steadfast and stuck to the plan. My defensive staff, they did a great job of coming up with a plan and defensive plan to stop what Lincoln County does. And
it worked.
Yeah, it definitely did. We was able to halt them, and they didn't have the same success that they've had all year running the ball. I think the running back might have ended up with 85 yards on probably 30-something carries.
And he'd probably been averaging close to 200.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt. Yep. So they went to more of passing the ball against us.
Sure.
And, so like I said, I give kudos to my defensive staff because that was a great job, and the offensive guys, they had a great game plan as well together to move the ball and score points on Lincoln County.
Yeah, and obviously we've talked about how big of a game it was. Coach Goff, speak to the impact of a great player like Zane Nash, who's a Player of the Week candidate on the defensive side for you all, and the big plays that he made down the stretch to stop Lincoln County from getting over the edge and getting out of there in regulation with a victory.
That was massive, man. He impacted that game from start to finish on both sides of the ball. Started off with a swing pass and running back and running over two people, then getting the first down on third down, and then carried over to him at that DN position, outside linebacker, coming off the edge, and they couldn't block him. He was meeting the running back in the backfield as soon as he got the handoff sometimes, and he got familiar with the quarterback as well. So he had a great night Friday night.
This coming Friday night, you got Pope John Paul, right?
Yeah, Pope.
What do you know about those guys? Anything?
Well, Pope John Paul, they have a new coaching staff. So Rock Batten is the head coach up there. Jamal Stewart, who was at Centennial in the past couple of years, he's the offensive coordinator up there. So they have a great staff. Those guys was both on the East and West All-Star staff last year.
Right.
I don't. They got a good team, and they're trying to. They're gonna before it's all said and done, they're gonna do great things there, But right now it's on the up and up. So,
Okay.
and that's what I told my guys at practice today. Right now they on the up and up. So eventually they're gonna be one of those where Rock had ends were.
Sure.
I don't doubt that.
One of those programs.
Yeah, one of those programs. But
definitely.
right now, while they on the up and up, we need to jump on them and get after them, man. So
And just and you tell you guys, you remember how Lincoln County came to Columbia, kind of with this idea that
we just gonna go in and handle business and go
roll
home.
out. It's just another W.
Yep.
Well, they were sadly mistaken.
Most definitely.
And so it's important to keep your guys level-headed and say, hey, we got to go in here. Now, I don't care where this program is. We got to go in here and take care of our business and play our game.
Yep,
and we'll come out fine.
Yeah, that's what I told them. Today at practice, I said. You're only as good as your last performance. What you did last week at this point, it's It's going to be Thursday, so that's out the window. That's not going to help you this weekend. So you got to continue to practice hard, be focused, locked in, and execute. Do what you asked to do.
All right, do what we tell you.
Yep.
Hey, now, what about the playoff outlook? Can you give us a little bit of that?
So right
give our
now,
listeners
man,
an idea.
Right now we're first in the region. We have a chance to lock that up in 2 weeks when we go to Tullahoma. And if we win that game, we'll solidify the first spot. And we'll get a home playoff game.
That's tremendous.
Yeah, that's big time, man. It's been a while since Columbia has hosted a playoff game. My first 2 years, we've been on the road at Centennial and Page. So for us to get a home playoff game and solidify that would be big on us moving forward. And trying to getting that win and then moving forward. But like I said, if we beat Tullahoma, we'll solidify our region championship. And get a home playoff game, man. But if we don't, we might drop down to third and be on the road. So we want to get that win against the next 2 wins. We want to get the win this weekend, then most definitely at Tullahoma as well.
Right, and a big part of that was getting the win over Lincoln County.
Yep.
And you wouldn't have been able to get the win without Mr. Eli here. Eli, in a game where the opposing kicker misses 2 PATs, is not having a good game, you are also a competitor, and you want to go out there and show that you can handle your business. No bigger platform for you to do that than kicking an extra point to win the game in overtime. Walk me through that and the pressure you may have been feeling at the time, and tell everybody what was going through your veins, because I think it was ice at that time.
Oh, turn him up,
Drake.
Try it now. See.
Yeah, there wasn't much pressure. Really, it's just an extra point. I wasn't feeling much pressure, but I knew my guys were going to block and I was going to make it, because I hope we were going to go for the field goal
Yeah.
before overtime, actually, but
It all worked out.
it worked out.
It worked
either
out.
way. Yeah. There was a bunch of timeouts.
No, wait. I know it's just a PAT.
Yeah.
But deep down, it was.
I was a little nervous,
The
but
game was on the line. The game was on the line.
I just want to get that out
Yeah.
of you. You were just a little nervous. It was
Just
a
a
little
little
bit more than just a PAT. So, but you hit it. You nailed it. And,
Yes, sir.
I hope you don't have many more of those this year, to be honest with you. But I hope you, when you do, I hope you're in a position to win the ball game in overtime
Yes, sir.
and walk off, because I know it was a fantastic feeling.
Yes, sir.
With your teammates and coaches and everybody, and beating a quality
top 10 ranked
storied
team. Yeah.
program, top 10 ranked program. I know Coach Thompson from back in the day, Lewis Thompson, and he played at Alabama, and he's hard-nosed coach and a great coach. And Lincoln County's had some great teams and some great players. But that win Friday night, Coach, that might have been your first signature win. Have you thought about that a little bit?
Yeah, most definitely. I've thought about that, man. That was a big win for us as a program and us as a team, in the community as well,
And what you set out to do when you accepted the head coaching job at Columbia Central, those type of wins is why you
we want that to be
why you're the head coach at Columbia Central.
We want that to be the norm, getting, like you said, getting our program back to where it was when I was around,
That's right.
That's what I want to see.
People really didn't enjoy getting on the bus and driving over to Columbia
they knew
back in the day.
they had to come to Columbia. It was going to be a loss.
They knew they probably going to be sore getting back on that bus going back
That's
home.
what I share with them, back then we had 8 playoff games, and we was 8-0 in the playoffs. We never left Lindsey Nelson for a playoff game except outside of the state championship game. So,
it's important. It's important to win your region, like Mount Pleasant. They go to Lewis County Friday night. They win. They're probably at home for the playoffs.
Yep.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. Being
And so,
at home,
you all need to go and take care of business in Tullahoma not this Friday, but next Friday.
Halloween.
On Halloween night. Yep. So, that's the plan.
We don't want no tricks. We just want treats. Eli, just treats only. Don't be tricking, okay?
So,
you got me down there, fella?
Zane, before
Toto, you know what I'm saying?
Here, Zane, I want to ask you, you got to play, not to overlook JP2 this week, but next to end the season, you'll have to play on Halloween. Keeping things in perspective, that's probably a game that has significance towards the playoffs still. It's the last regular season game. On the other side of that, you potentially have the first home playoff game in a very long time. Do you feel any pressure for that, and how do you plan to manage that as the season winds down?
I wouldn't say. I mean, there's pressure. Obviously, the pressure to go out and win every time. But what we got to think about is the biggest game is the next one. The biggest game is the next one they're playing. So we're not overlooking JP2, and obviously can't wait to go over there and give Tullahoma what they get. But don't overlook no one, and the biggest game is the next one. So just no pressure, just go out and play ball.
I would just say your whole linebacking crew, just underneath your pads, dress up like the Grim Reaper. You know what I mean? And just go in there and just wiping people out. Just taking care of business. I mean, it's Halloween night. Who knows? You know what I mean? So, but we wish you all the best of luck. Congratulations on a great win over Lincoln County last Friday. Pope John Paul is this Friday. A week from this Friday, Tullahoma, and
playoffs.
I think then the playoffs. So I think some great things are coming to Columbia. We're going to, if y'all are there in Lindsey Nelson Stadium, we're going to have the radio station there. I know that.
Okay.
And congratulations on your win. Good luck this week and next. Thank you for being with us. Ladies and gentlemen, these are the Columbia Central High School Lions, head coach Darius Goff. This is the Murray County Public Schools Sports Zone, right? It's the Home Cook right here at Puckett's Restaurant, downtown Columbia, powered by CPWS Internet. We'll be right back.
Stan McNabb Chevrolet, serving Columbia and the surrounding area since 1980. Stan McNabb Chevrolet is family-owned and does their best to make you feel like you're a part of the family. Commitment to customer service is the highest priority. Whatever your vehicle needs are, from sales to service, Stan McNabb is here to help. Stan McNabb Chevrolet is a dealership that cares about this community. Visit us online and get started today. Stan McNabb Chevrolet, where excellence and community converge. Got wings? Alex's Tacos and Wings, winner of the best Mexican food and tacos in Murray County. But did you know that we also have all kinds of the best chicken wings? What's your favorite flavor? Like 'em hot? Pair your meal with a drink from the bar. Delicious food for the entire family is moments away. Alex's Tacos and Wings, 2202 Circle Drive in Columbia. Visit alexstacosandwings.com or check us out on Facebook. Alex's Tacos and Wings. Come take a bite.
At Umamua MD, Spring Hill's newest physician-led med spa, it's about restoring balance to your body, mind, and soul. From weight loss support, revitalizing IV therapies, to anti-aging, our services are designed to help you feel renewed, confident, and whole. At Umamua MD, consults with our medical director ensure safe and personalized results. Book today at umamd.com and step forward radiant, restored, and confident.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Columbia Power and Water Systems is dedicated to bringing our customers reliable local service. Whether you're turning on a light switch, your faucet, or streaming on TV, our dedicated team members from here in Murray County work every day to keep you on. If you need us, call us 931-388-4833 or visit cpws.com. CPWS, local service, local support.
And we are back. This is the Murray County Public Schools Sports Zone. Home Cooked by Puckett's Restaurant Coaches Show. We are downtown Columbia, Tennessee. And we have gotten to the moment we have all been waiting for.
Yes, the most important part of the show.
And after the polls have closed on Facebook under the Murray County, Front Porch Sports Network.
Yes.
Facebook page. The votes have been tallied.
We have winners.
And we have winners.
Offense and defense.
On the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball, we had 8 terrific performances across the county last week.
But only 2 winners.
But we can only have 2 winners. We can't afford to give out gift cards to all of them.
No, we cannot. Who won, Drake?
On
the people wanna know.
offense, this individual was a quarterback. He went 14 of 17 for 272 yards, 3 touchdowns, and had a quarterback rating of 162, which is pretty much off the charts.
Yeah.
Mr. Cale Scott, come on up front, young man. This is your Puckett's Player of the Week for the offensive side.
QB1, Mount Pleasant Tigers.
Absolutely.
Cale
And
Scott.
sir, congratulations. Let me be the first to shake your
Congratulations, Cale.
hand. Thank you. We're going to I tell you what, if you just wave at the folks.
Yep, players, stick around right over here. We'll grab a picture with you.
Hang tight.
Yep.
We're going to get pictures in a moment so
Yep.
I can show my grandchildren when you're in the NFL.
All right, Drake, who won defense?
Now,
Defensive player of the
on the
week.
defensive side of the ball, this young man with 268 total votes plays defense, linebacker. He had 8 tackles, and 3 of those tackles were for losses. Lived in their backfield all night, all Friday night. That's Mr. Jaden McClure. Would you come up top? Mount Pleasant High School Tigers.
Number 1, Jaden McClure.
And his number?
Congratulations.
Number one in your heart, number one in your program, Jaden.
We heard from him on the panel. Congratulations, Jaden.
Congratulations. Our defensive play, Jaden. Hey, hold on. Now turn and look at the camera. Wave.
Smile for everybody.
All right, now.
All
Okay.
All right. Well, we've got some trivia questions that we're going to quickly do. We got some swag to hand out.
All right, let's put the bags up here. We're going to do some quick trivia before you guys leave.
As the players of the week await our gracious company.
Besides some terrific Puckett's barbecue sauce and some cups and T-shirts and seasoning, got these cool Murray County Public School throws.
All right, I've got question number one ready.
All right, go.
Explain the rules first. Explain the rules. If you have an answer,
you have to come up
here.
Come up here to the front of the table and tell us your answer, and it has to be the full correct answer that we're looking for.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah,
go.
It does. All right. So the first question.
The first trivia question is:
name the other Tennessee university that was a founding member of the Southeastern Conference. The first two are Vanderbilt and Tennessee. There is another Tennessee university.
The other Tennessee university
that was a founding member of the SEC.
The founding member. If you give us the answer right here in front of us, you got to walk up here and tell us who it was. We're going to give you a bag of goodies right here. If you could tell us the other Tennessee university that was a founding member of the Southeastern Conference.
Yeah. I think we might have somebody. I think Toto Baldwin is on his way back up here.
I'm old. I can't hear, Toto. I can't hear. You got to get up here. You got to.
Sewanee.
There you go.
The University of the South is the correct answer.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Toto.
Yeah. Sewanee, the University of the South.
They left the conference in 1940, for those wondering.
Can you believe Sewanee did that? Just think where they'd be today.
Yeah.
If they had just hung in.
If they had stuck around. All right, question number 2. Are we ready for number 2?
Question number 2. Hang on. Here we go.
All right. Cincinnati Bengals star wide receiver T. Higgins played for Oak Ridge High School and went on to play at Clemson. What other sport did he play in high school?
What other sport did T. Higgins play at Oak Ridge High School in
We need the answer. We need the answer right up here. Basketball
What
is
is
the
your
correct
name?
answer.
What is your name, young lady? Pardon me? Jadana? Congratulations, Jadana. Would you turn at the camera and wave? Thank you very much. Congratulations. You have a great
Congratulations. For those that did not know, T. Higgins had offers from Michigan, Louisville, and others in basketball.
Wow.
As well as being a 5-star football player coming out of high school.
T. Higgins, because he's a baller.
Go look up his
Dude
highlights.
could get down.
Go look up his highlights. All right. So
I bet I could dunk on him. I bet I could dunk.
Remember when we were on the panel up here, and I told Coach Taylor not to say something specifically because I had a trivia question.
Yes.
It's time for that question.
Okay. It's time, Coach Taylor, for that.
Final question.
Coach Davids, it's time for that. Here's
final
our last
question
bag
of the
of
night.
goodies right here.
All right, here we go. And
See that barbecue sauce?
I 100% know the answer to this question. I am 100% confident. Please come at me if I'm wrong. I have to say that before I say this question. Lionel Brooks had 255 rushing yards on Friday night. Who was the last Spring Hill player?
How many?
255.
God.
Who was the last Spring Hill player to rush for that many yards in a game?
Who was the last player?
We already have a
Hold on,
coach
we got
up here. Coach
we
Davis.
got Coach Davis.
Coach Davis is already
he's up there. He's showing the shot.
I didn't even have to finish the question.
Hold on.
Dante Smith is the correct
That's
answer.
what's up. There you go.
Hey,
Enjoy it.
For those out there, I'm going to read Dante Smith's stats, just a couple of them.
And these are a couple of Dante's stats while he was at Spring Hill.
Yes. So, and Dante was my teammate too, so shout out to Dante Smith. Dante ran for 324 yards and 4 touchdowns in a game against Nolensville.
In one game?
Yes, and then there's more. 261 yards versus Macon County in the playoffs. Ran for 2,000 yards his junior season and was nicknamed 2K Tay.
I'll tell you what, he was a heck of a running back.
Yes, he was.
I watched him at Georgia Tech. He could carry the rock. So.
That's it, Drake. I think we're done.
We've had a great time. Thank everyone for being here and listening to us for this long. We love all of you all. Congratulations to our players of the week. We're going to be back next week.
Yes, we will be here.
Same time, same bat channel. Don't go anywhere for the Murray County Public Schools Sports Zone. I'm Drake.
I'm Landon.
And we are live coming to you from downtown Columbia at Puckett's Restaurant, powered by
CPWS Internet.
There you go.
See you next week, pals.
Talk to you next week. Thank you all.